Mike Sports Vibes. Thank you for vibing with me. This is the game recap between the mighty Minnesota Vikings and the Los Angeles Rams. The Rams won 30-20. Thursday night football game. I'm going to keep it real with you. As a diehard Viking fan, I got a question. Are the Vikings pretenders or contenders? Because that performance was embarrassing. After the first two drives, it was nothing but field goals. We couldn't do nothing on the offensive side of the ball. And the defense was so embarrassing. I don't recognize this team right now. And I have to talk that talk. Talk that talk. Let me just keep it real with you. This is one of those performances that got me thinking, was that 5-0 start too good to be true? And I'm not one of the negative Viking fans, but I got to keep it real. What I've seen from this team the last couple of weeks, 2 losses in a row, man, the offense can't get it together when it counts the most, and the defense is just not making enough plays throughout the game. The only positive thing that the defense did in this game against the Rams was get that interception. Other than that, that was it. They couldn't get no stops. It was so bad at one point in the game, I was like, yo, it would be 2nd and 15, and they would get a first down. The middle of the field in that zone for the defense is always open. So Brian Flores has to figure something out. And I don't even care about the rumors about getting Matthew Stafford, but if there is a chance for him to come to the Vikings right now, this was the reason why the Vikings would possibly go for him, because this was a good tryout. This was a good, interview. If he's interviewing for the Vikings job, this is why the Vikings should go get him, because he was making some throws. He had some touch on his throws, and it wasn't like the guy we got, Sammy D. Now, let me just break some things down, get into more detail, but I just had to say that because this game, losing 30-20, to a 2-4 team. It's not even about the record all like that, but it's just the principle of, dang, bro, you really lost like that? You know what I mean? Let's talk about the scoring drive. So the first scoring drive, I'm hyped, right? So, Sammy D throwing that touchdown pass to Josh Oliver made it 7-0. So I'm like super, yo, skull to the ball, we looking good, right? And then this is what happened. It kind of messed up my vibe a little bit when the Rams' first possession, you know what I mean? It was a 5-yard touchdown pass to that guy, William. And I'm like, man, 7-7. Then we get the ball back. You know what I mean? It was a 10-play, 70-yard drive for the Minnesota Vikings. It was a play-action play to Sherfield for a 10-yard touchdown pass. And I'm like, yeah, we got 14-7. We got to stop the Rams right here. Nope. The Rams drive down the field, and guess what they do? They tie it up. 14-14. It was a nice throw to Kupp, and it was Matthew Stafford broke the tackle. I believe it was Harrison Phillips and Jonathan Grenard. I don't know how they didn't get that tackle on Matthew Stafford, and then he threw it to Kupp for the touchdown. I'm like, man, what the heck is going on? And then we just kept on getting field goals from there. That's it. 2 field goals, and that was it for the Vikings when it comes to scoring. But then this is when it gets really bad. And then the Rams get the ball back again and Matthew Stafford threw a 25-yard touchdown pass on Shaq, our corner, to Robinson for a touchdown. And then that's what made it 21-17. And then after that, just more embarrassing things that happened. The mighty Minnesota Vikings give up another touchdown. Oh, my gosh, man. It looked like the defense had no clue what to do throughout the whole game. It looked like the defense was lost in the sauce. They were just lost. They just didn't know how to play defense. They couldn't tackle. It was bad. But another scoring drive for the Rams. Robinson for another 10-yard touchdown pass. It was 28-20. You know what I mean? Then we got the ball back. Had an opportunity to try to tie the game up with a touchdown and an extra point. And what happens? Quinsonberry gave up a sack. Now, talking about Quinsonberry, I can't really knock him too much because, when you're losing Christian Darrisaw, look, and let me say this, right before halftime, and I'm hoping that Christian Darrisaw is healthy, I mean, and it sucks, man. When you hear knee injury, out for the game, I'm hoping it's not something serious, and I'm hoping that he comes back because I'm going to keep it real with you. If he ain't coming back, this might be over for us. I'm trying to be as positive and optimistic as possible, but how can you replace a player like Christian Darrisaw? Let's keep it real. You know what I mean? I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm proven wrong because I love the Minnesota Vikings and I want to win a Super Bowl so bad. And it just sucks right now. It just sucks right now. And yeah, Rams punt the ball to the Minnesota Vikings. Again, they couldn't do anything on that drive. And we had another opportunity with like 1 minute and like 50 something seconds or whatever. And guess what? We give up a dang on safety. So it just sucks, man. It just really sucks. And I understand people are going to complain about that last. It should have been a penalty. He grabbed him on the face mask and threw him on the ground, right? But let's not pretend like we didn't make a lot of mistakes throughout the dang on game. And that one play is not the reason why we lost this game. Let's just keep it real. I know people are not going to like what I'm saying, but I'm keeping it 1,000 and I'm keeping it 100 with y'all. This is not looking good. This is not looking good. But if you haven't hit that like button, make sure you do and consider subscribing to your bull. You know what I mean? We going live for absolutely every single game. I'm not going to lie. My vibe right now is down right now. I'm going to keep it real with you. I'm usually more hype about the Vikings right now, but I can't be hyped. Let's just talk about some of the stats real quick, and I'm going to get off. I'm going to get off as soon as I possibly can. Let's talk about let's talk about Matthew Stafford real quick, and I'm going to just 4 touchdowns, right? 1 interception. I'm not going to say no more than that for 279 yards. Excellent game, right? I'm not going to get into no more really about him. We could not stop the run on defense. The boy Kyron Williams, number 23 carries for 97 yards, 4.2 per carry. His longest yard in the game was his longest run of the game was 17 yards. Puka Nacua, the wide receiver, right? You with Cooper Kupp coming back from injury, had a good game as well, but that bull Puka Nacua, 7 catches for 106 yards. He destroyed us. His longest catch was for 21 yards. Cooper Kupp, 5 catches for 51 yards, 1 touchdown. And Robinson for 2 touchdowns, 2 catches for 35 yards, and both were touchdowns. It doesn't make any sense, man. It doesn't make any sense. And then when it comes to the mighty Minnesota Vikings, right? I don't know if I should put the mighty in front of the Vikings anymore. Mighty Minnesota Vikings. I don't know if I should do that anymore. But Sam Darnold was 18 of 25 for 240 yards and 2 touchdowns. And he didn't look good, man. He did not look good. Some of the passes weren't accurate, man. Let's keep it real. Aaron Jones tried. You know, I mean, he had a couple of good catches that I'm like, yo, he the best receiving running back in the NFL. He had 2 catches for 37 yards. Justin Jefferson had a great game, 8 catches for 115 yards, but he couldn't do it by himself. His longest catch for the game was 27 yards. And shout out to Justin Jefferson. He had a terrific game, but it just sucks that we couldn't get the job done, man. We couldn't get the job done. Getting back to Sammy real quick, you got to play better, bro. I understand why there was rumors about Matthew Stafford. I understand why, bro. You putting up a performance like this, and look, and that one play that we could have potentially had a touchdown when he could have scrambled for the first down and he threw it to Jalen Naylor. It went right through his arms. Jalen Naylor, you got to make that catch, bro. You know, you have to, bro. Like, if you're going to be the number 3 wide receiver, this is why I cannot wait until TJ Hockenson comes back, because a lot of this stuff wouldn't be happening. I just, something is going on with this defense. Something has to give. I don't know what they're going to do. I think my homie in the comments, shout out to my boy Larry, you know what I mean? He goes on all my lives and he be talking about the Vikings. Shout out to him. He said they exposed us 2 weeks ago or a week ago on how to beat this defense. And I think he's right. We can't stop the run and we can't stop the pass anymore. And Gilmore's getting destroyed. Byron Murphy made 1 play, but he's getting destroyed overall. Our secondary is looking bad. Everything on our defense right now is looking bad. It's just night and day on how we started the season and what's going on right now. That's why I say it's not how you start the season, it's how you finish the season. And when it comes to like getting sacks, let's see how many sacks we got real quick. And I'm going to get off as soon as I possibly can. We had 0 sacks. We had no real pressure on Matthew Stafford. I know he has a quick release. I know he gets the ball out quick, but my goodness, not 1 sack. So 1 interception, 5 passes defended, 2 quarterback hits. That's it. That's all our defense can do. That's all our defense can do. I don't care about the high tackles for Ivan Pace. I don't care about the 1 interception from Byron Murphy. There has to be some better play overall for the defense. You know what I mean? I don't know what else to say, man. And Jared Verse had a good game. I'm not going to talk about their defense all like that, but Jared Verse from Florida State, man, he looks like a monster. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to keep it there. My question is, and look, I'm not saying that Dallas Turner wasn't the right pick, but where is Dallas Turner? That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. What else am I missing when it comes to this game on why we lost this game? Because I might have missed some things because I looked down and I was frustrated writing notes because of the things that I was witnessing. I'm not recognizing the team. I'm not recognizing this team right now. But that's all I got to say, y'all. Have a wonderful day. God bless. And talk that talk in the comments. I'm out.
Mike Sports Vibes, thank you for vibing with me. Yeah. Mike Sports Vibes, thank you for vibing with me. I'ma talk that talk about the Sixers and the Vikings. I'ma talk that talk about the Sixers and the Vikings. Let's go. I really do this. I'm a hybrid fan. I'm a stand-up man. Yeah. They be hating on the squads, but they really a fan. I'ma talk that talk about the Sixers and the Vikings. I'ma talk that talk about the Sixers and the Vikings. Let's go.